Well, welcome. We're here at one of our new listings coming on the market soon at 20 VJ in Kirkland. And I'm here with Sophie Boudreau. She's a home stager extraordinaire. We've worked on a few projects together. And I thought it'd be a great idea to sit down and have a chat about what exactly is home staging and why it's so important. So thank you very much, Sophie.
Thank you for having me, Scott.
I guess we want to start with, a lot of people have heard about home staging, but don't really understand exactly what's involved and why it's so important. Maybe you can just tell us a little bit more.
So home staging is all about enhancing the best features of your house. Of course, we use many strategies for that, but the reasons why we do it is because it will put your best foot forward and it's going to appeal to many more potential buyers and potentially sell at higher or the best possible price. So why wouldn't you do it?
Good point. I guess we get a lot of pushback sometimes from sellers who really don't understand what's involved. And maybe you could tell us a little bit about what's some of the biggest reasons sellers may not want to do.
Well, one of the reasons probably is, of course, budget, the investment of it all. The price varies, but even if a seller receives an offer even 1% higher than their asking price, it's well worth the process.
Yeah, I guess sometimes going to say, is it worth spending, $2,000 to make $5,000, $6,000, $7,000?
Exactly. Why leave money on the table when potentially you can get that extra 5 or 10? Who knows? So if you don't, potentially you'll have a lower offer, or someone might say, "Oh, there's repairs here. There's things that we need to change. There's too much to do," and that will influence the decision.
And like most things in life, I think, you don't know what you don't know. And if you're not an expert in these things and you feel a little bit overwhelmed, right? You're trying to get your home ready to be put on the market and there's a lot of things to do. How do you help the homeowner sort of prioritize and give them a roadmap of what needs to be done?
Well, it all starts with a full tour. So I come here and I look at all aspects. I put the hat of a potential buyer. So I will offer suggestions like changing paint colors or removing items or furniture, or potentially adding some decor on rental. And all of that I include into a report. So they'll have a really strong priority list of what to do. And most of all, of course, like decluttering. So like at least they have an idea of what to do. I know it's overwhelming, but I guide them through all of the process.
Yeah, I know from personal experience, we've had clients that have just been said, "Oh, I can't handle all of this thing. Can you provide some help?" And we do. We've got the team, K1 at Town Square, who's been able to come and help prepare the home. Yes. For you to come in with your crew and stage the home.
And once it's completely, the task have been done, I'm now coming back, and that's when the magic happens. This is the home staging day. This is when I actually add some decor, change the furniture disposition so that it looks even more optimal, to make sure that it's picture and visit ready. Everything's done.
And why are first impressions so important? Because we hear that all the time, and I know in real estate it's a very emotional process.
It is. Yes. It's said that potential buyers, when they come in, they take about 90 seconds to establish an impression. So it is imperative that the space looks bright and inviting and warm, and that's my job. That's what I do. We enhance all the features. We create those love at first sight spaces, and a lot of the times it can be quite convincing, and you'll get more offers than expected.
I know that from firsthand experience because I've had buyers come into homes that you've staged and said, "You know what? It just feels great. If there's a warm energy in this home, I can picture myself living here."
And it's part of one of the strategies that we use, depersonalization. Sometimes, yes, we do ask to remove photos, but it's for specific strategy. It's for the buyers to see themselves in the space and see their furniture, because most of the home staging strategies are neutral decor, removing things. It's not about design. It's just about creating the perfect ambiance for the space.
Exactly. I know we had this comment too from sellers where they come in back after you've done your job and say, "Wow, I don't want to sell."
I don't want to move. It happens every time.
And then again, there's often some pushback where sellers don't realize the return on the investment here. And I think from experience, the last few homes we've worked on together, I think we've had, offers within the first week, the last 3 times that we've done this. And sellers were a bit skeptical at first, but once they got the offers and then the number of visits coming in, it was
Yes, exactly. Or why not take the chance? Or because yes, there's no guarantee that you home stage will get the best offer, but even if you get 1% higher than your asking price, it's well worth it.
Like when you go to sell a car, wouldn't you want to get it detailed and cleaned and vacuum the carpets, or you're going to leave it as though you're living in it with all your junk and trash?
You want the potential buyer to not feel like they're going into your stuff and your clutter that we all have, but you want them to picture it for themselves.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you very much. It's been very informative and can't wait to see what you're doing here today.
Thank you so much, Scott.